The new chapter's out. Let's talk about it. So chapter 1156 starts off with this cover art, which I really like. It looks pretty nice. I like it. Then at the very start of the chapter, we get to see a face which we've seen before, but we get to see the character in an entire page, and that's Gloriosa, which is pretty cool. Like we've only seen her every now and then, but for an entire page to dedicate to her, we haven't seen that as far as I know. So that's pretty good. And then we have my personal favorite page of the manga, which is this page right here, where we get to finally see, officially, Tritoma, a character who was only shown in an SBS. And there's been so many theories on who this character could be. Maybe Luffy's mother, which I don't really see. And then some people even say Boa's mother, which is way more... that makes way more sense. But it's not confirmed, as of yet. But I'm so glad we finally get to see her. It's been so long. So long, it's not really been that long. For those of you who are not familiar with who Tritoma is, let me take out volume 109. I have it bookmarked as well. Right there. This is the first time and the only time we've ever seen Tritoma. And until this chapter, that is. And then obviously we have Gloriosa right there. And then we have Shaki. And then obviously Boa. But this is the first time we've ever seen this character. Until now. Which is pretty cool. Right, so after this point, we get to see Shaki. But when she was younger. When she was just before she became an empress as well. Like she was the vice captain of Gloriosa. Which is, I like that detail. It makes sense on how she became the empress. And then for context, this person right here is getting absolutely soloed by her and Gloriosa. That's Gold Roger, by the way. Yeah, Gold Roger was going crazy. But you want to know who the only person of the Roger Pirates who was not going crazy for Shaki and Gloriosa's booty? Rayleigh. And then Shaki's just sitting here like, why are you with these people? And then Rayleigh's like, I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. That's what I'm seeing with these panels here. And then we see just boys doing boy things. We get Roger right here, and Garp right here. Goddamn, this green screen's awful. You can slightly see Shanks there. Yeah, we get to see more of young Garp and young Roger, which is pretty cool. We still need to see Roger before he met Rayleigh. Because that's the earliest we know about Roger, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then we have a bit more Loki stuff, Loki and Harold stuff. But honestly, this is probably the first chapter so far since the Loki backstory started, where the Loki part is it's the least relevant part of the chapter. Keep in mind, Loki is talking about all the Rock stuff and all the Roger stuff, even though he's not been there. Something tells me he's making these things up. Either that or Rox just told him everything. But how would Rox know things that he wasn't there for? Oda will Oda will explain it in an SBS probably. So now we jump to the Pirate Island, and there's a mysterious cloaked person entering. Who could this person be? Well, this person is a character who we've never seen before. Never seen before. Because he's definitely not a character who looks like someone else who I really hoped would be canonized. This is Kyo the Wicked, aka Silver Axe, a character who we've been hearing about ever since the Rocks Pirates were first mentioned. But the thing is, this guy looks very, very similar to Zephyr, a character from Film Z who really needs to be canon. I really wanted him to be canon. I wanted him to be the admiral that died. He might not be. He might still be. There's always a chance. But this guy looks almost exactly the same as Zephyr. So maybe Oda's just renaming Zephyr to Kyo, aka Silver Axe. I don't know. And then to end this chapter, we get a huge page of just all the Rocks Pirates. This page in particular inspired me. So very soon, I don't know when, I'm going to make a video naming just every member of the Rocks Pirates that we know of. But there's one member of the Rocks Pirates here who somehow isn't here, and it's the only one that I can name correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the only one that we know of that isn't shown in this photo. And that person is Gil Bastar, a character from Oda's Wanted series, a series that he made before he wrote One Piece. And it was confirmed by Oda himself that the zombie with the four arms in Thriller Bark was Gil Bastar, and it's been confirmed that that guy was a part of the Rocks crew. So we still need to see him. So far, he's not shown up in that photo that I just showed you, that entire page. But maybe he joined. Maybe he joined later on. There's always that's always an opportunity. Maybe he joined way later on. Anyway, what do you all think about this chapter? Let me know in the comments below.